Good afternoon, folks. Doc Cholo's vlog. We're here again for another Kali exercise episode. I always emphasize that this is Kali exercise, okay? And we are not promoting combat and fight, but we are promoting the use of Kali, which is a Filipino martial arts, as an exercise, especially for seniors and those who may not be able to exert too much effort, okay, in their exercise. It's important for you to exercise, you know that. Okay, let me give you some tips later on regarding exercise, okay? So in the last episode, I hope you recognize that I introduced the use of knives, okay? And I demonstrated how we were taught the use of knives. That was a long time ago, 1970s. That was the time when I learned all of these things in the circle of martial arts, okay? That came from the Visayan Islands. Not by me, but my brother brought it to us at home, okay? So anyway, this is what I learned with him regarding Kali using it as a mano-mano or by hands, or the use of a knife, the use of a stick, and the use of a long-bladed weapon. So uh, you remember, I hope you still remember, the latest one was 2 days ago. I showed you the use of a knife in this grip, in this, and I hope you understood that we have the strike and the slash. We have the strike and the slash. We have the strike, the slash. But you noted that everything was patterned according to the basic moves and the triangular shape moves that we have taught you, that I have demonstrated to you before. Okay, and mind you, the use of these patterns are sequential. Okay, sequential meaning say we do this in sequence. The reason why is because we are using exercise. But in combat, of course, this is used at random. We may go from here to there, we may go from there, we may go from anyway. It depends on the situation, okay? But the moves, the principle, the concept of the moves are always there. When you use a medium-sized knife such as this, you use it for stabbing mainly, and of course also secondarily for slashing. And most commonly is one action, okay? When you stab, you release it on the opposite end, okay, by changing directions, okay? And I hope you can recognize that, okay? In the same manner, I already have shown you as well when we use the knife in this way when we stab, okay? We also use it with slash action, slashing, okay, wherever it may be, okay? It may be going upward, okay, upward or downward. So when you hold the knife like this, I hope you were able to get is that this will be used primarily for slashing and secondarily for stabbing. Very much more used using the traditional just like a bolo, okay? In contrast to when you use it in this way, because most of the primarily stabbing with slashing action, okay, very much related to a change in body posture. And so that's our topic for this time. In this afternoon, we will be using a pair, okay, a stick. I will demonstrate to you how it goes. It goes by the same principle, okay. What you have seen in me are principles to follow, whether you may use the technique in many ways, okay. So when we use it in combination, we still abide by the same rules, okay. Meaning to say that when we use the basic moves, it is the horizontal, the X, and the figure of 8, okay. It's the same thing, okay. But this time if we use it this way, this one, okay, when it is about a stick and a knife, the primary weapon is the knife. If you are a right-handed person, the primary weapon will be handled by your dominant hand. The stick will be a support, okay. You may strike with a stick, but generally it will be seconded by a strike with a knife. That's a principle, okay. Whether you use it this way, this will still be the principal weapon, okay. This will be still the principal weapon. But if we use the other way around, like if this was a bolo, then the primary weapon would be on the dominant hand, and the secondary weapon, which is the knife, will be on the as a supporting hand. So you will have a strike, this one, strike, okay, and it's the same principle. Okay, that would be the dominant hand, would be the ball. This time we have a stick, and so I'll be showing you sequences for you to follow, okay, using the knife as the dominant weapon, being in your dominant hand, and a stick, okay, which is the supporting weapon, which will be in your uh, the support assistant hand, okay, which is the non-dominant hand. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, first we demonstrate to you the moves, okay, basic moves, meaning to say that our moves will consist of the horizontal move, okay, the X, the X, okay, that's the X move, and the figure of 8, okay. Okay, so it's a horizontal. You may use it as a slash, or you may use it as a stab, and that's the X. You may use it as stab or a slash, or you may stab it with the knife. Okay, and you will notice that the supporting weapon is utilized as a guide. Okay, this may be a parry, a fake, or maybe a guide. Okay, a deterrent guide. Okay, we still hold on to the principle of stab and slash, or a slash. Okay, okay, so I'll show you a full round on four corners, the moves, okay, with the dominant hand, using the traditional way of the conventional way of holding the knife. Okay, so it's okay. So that's how we do it. Okay, how we combine the stick with the knife, using the dominant hand holding the dominant weapon in a conventional way of handling it. Okay, this time I'm going to demonstrate to you how we use the stick and the knife on the dominant hand, using the alternate way of holding the knife. And of course, we have learned how to use this, okay? Because when we strike, it's mostly stab, unlike when we use it in the conventional way of handling the knife. Okay, we use it mostly for stab, but we always do the stab mostly with a slash that follows. Okay, so again, the supporting hand will act as a support, whether it parries, it gives a strike, okay, it gives a faking, and also as a guide of where to bring the main weapon to. Okay, okay, mind you, that there is a lot of body dynamics, again, meaning to say that it's not like just standing. Okay, it's not just like standing, because when you stab, you need to have a movement, a change in the position of your body. Okay, there's a type of movement that is associated with this type of handling. Okay, so let me show you how. Okay, 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 time to rest. Of course, one thing that I have to emphasize, okay, if you are a senior or you have some cardiovascular problems, then you need to understand what the maximum heart rate is. So the maximum heart rate is the highest number of beating of your heart. Okay, it's the highest number that you should tolerate when doing exercise. That's why I don't go by numbers. Okay, I go by feeling. Okay, when you feel that you need to rest and rest, and the indicator for that is the maximum heart rate. Of course, we do not have a meter to measure the exact heart rate, but there are smartwatches that have